What is good, everyone? Yummy here, welcome back to the channel, and a double welcome to the third episode of my series Overwatch Changes, Necessary or Unnecessary. This week's video is about a character that has been changed so much that this character mains, the people that actually play this character, need to learn how to play her basically every 6 months. I'm obviously talking about the Swiss doctor.
Heroes never die.
Now, about this character, there are some abilities that I think really need a huge changing and others that I think don't really need changing. About her passive ability, the regeneration ability, where she basically gets healed 20 HP per second after not taking damage for 1 second, I believe that's good in a way that every healer can actually heal themselves. Brigitte can do it, Anna can do it, Moira can do it, every healer can do it, and it just makes sense. I mean, if they can heal other heroes, they can also heal themselves. I just think it should be changed to 20 HP per second after 1 second of not taking damage to at least 2 seconds of not taking damage. Regenerating her health just 1 second after not taking damage is too much. Mercy is already hard to kill in the sense that they can just fly away to their group and be protected by their tanks. I mean, if they are good tanks at least. So at least that's double this time that she needs to not take damage to get self-healed, or else Mercies are just going to keep being a really hard hero to kill when they are well protected. But anyways, I don't think it's an ability that should disappear. It's just double the amount of time to not make that Mercy is basically healing herself all the time. About the Caduceus staff, this is basically her main ability, what she uses all the time to heal or to boost heroes. I don't think much needs changing in here. I like the range of the staff, I like the fact that she doesn't need to be pointing at the hero she is healing or boosting all the time to actually do it, because allowing her this ability to turn around and check her surroundings actually adds a lot to her survivability, and I like that it's easy to switch between healing and boosting. Now, what I think could actually be changed is that the 50 HP per second is too low. It was amazing when it was 60. I don't understand why they changed it. Just leave it at 60, because this is not the reason why Mercy was being picked a lot compared to other healers. We'll get to that in a minute. Put it back at 60, because it's amazing how, if you're healing someone in 60 HP per second, you can basically counter the amount of damage that Winston is doing. So, put it back to 60, I believe it was perfect when it was like that, and I think it should be back to it. About the damage boost, 30% is great, it might be a bit too much sometimes, but whatever is great. I just think it shouldn't be an immediate thing. I don't think she should boost someone and that hero immediately gets a 30% damage boost. I think it should be something that grows over time. I mean, let's not make it immediate or 30 seconds. Let's make it that it takes 3 seconds to boost the max power of 30% in any hero. Because first of all, in a game like Overwatch, 3 seconds are a lot, and this stops Mercy from going flying around, boosting a hero just for one single attack and then going back to healing. It takes a more consistent damage. It takes a more consistent attention to a hero, and it makes it more challenging for heroes to be boosted. Boosting heroes is a tool that many people don't realize it's super powerful. And when you realize that, you'll agree with me that having the maximum boost at any little touch of the right click is too much for Mercy. About her blaster, I don't think there's much to say. The blaster is good as it is. The reload time, the fact that it reloads after 2 seconds of not being used, I think it's perfect. Just leave the blaster as it is. Everyone loves going Battle Mercy once in a while, and it's amazing it's not too OP for a healer, and it's enough damage that she can protect herself against weaker heroes or heroes that are very near death. The Guardian Angel ability is the one that allows Mercy to soar around to allies that need healing or go to dead teammates and rest them, but it's mostly used by players to run around from flanking DPSs that are trying to kill Mercy. So with that purpose in mind, I believe this ability is almost perfect as it is. I just believe the cooldown time is too small. Make it at least 3 seconds. Right now is 1.5. I think at least make it 2.5. 1 more second, or else Mercies are just going to keep doing what they're doing right now. Going to a res that's really far away from their team and then quickly coming back and being protected by the rest of their team when their team are not even coordinated enough to protect the healers. This is a coordination game, this is a strategy game. So this is an amazing ability that allows her to soar around and escape her attackers, but it needs to be a little less OP. Add it 1 more second, so it actually gives some flanking heroes the chance to kill Mercy without her escaping every time. And now the ability that's causing all the ruckus, all the problems, all the nerfs in Mercy. I don't think Blizzard has realized that the reason why Mercy peaked so much compared to other healers was not the amount of healing she did, was the resurrect ability. It doesn't matter if she can only resurrect someone after 30 seconds, just the fact that you can resurrect someone in the middle of a fight after they got killed, it's a huge game-changing ability during a team fight. Let's say you're doing a cheesy comp with Bastion and Orisa and Reinhardt, and your enemies just killed your Bastion. Oh well, there's no problem with that, because Mercy's just going and raising him and all the effort put into it just went to shit. Even with a 30-second cooldown time and a 1.75 or almost 2 seconds that takes to actually cast the ability, it's still a 2 OP ability. I have two ideas about this. Either put the Resurrect in the ult, but since Blizzard already had that and changed that completely, I have another idea. Have the Resurrect be as it is, but when you resurrect a hero, you don't resurrect it to full health. That's too much. Have it be resurrected to 50% health, or 60. Let's say between 50 and 60%, because that doesn't completely ruin the entire work that the enemy team put into killing someone. Resting someone with only half health can be huge help to your team if done properly, but also doesn't give your team too much of an advantage towards the enemy team that was just able to kill a hero. So since apparently Blizzard doesn't want Resurrect to be part of our ult, just do that when someone gets resurrected, rest them to 50% health, or 60, whatever. I think 50 is better, but 60 is also a good number. This will make that Mercy needs more skill to be played. You need to rest someone and then position yourself in a way when you can heal them and not get killed immediately together with them. So that's what we want heroes to need more skill to be played and be mastered. And now, for the Valkyrie ability, Mercy's ult ability. Unlike the previous ability of the Resurrect, I believe this ult is not in the right place right now. It's not OP enough. Ults are supposed to be game-changing, and just going flying around is not really game-changing. It's just an ability that Mercy's use to run away from her attackers most of the time. Well, she flies around, she can heal everyone from another perspective, from up, and stays away from her attackers, but that's basically it. I know it increases other stats like infinity bullets for the blaster also shoots faster, and it can have a change damage boost. But I believe for this ult to be at the level that it deserves to be, leave it as it is for everything, but edit that you also have chain healing. The same way you can change damage boost a lot of your allies just by pointing at one of them, which means that when you heal one of your teammates, the other teammates around it would also get healed. Now, I'm not saying that you should allow this to be for the entire team, because that may be a little too OP, but make it that at least 3 people can be chain healing at the same time. You're pointing at, let's say, the Junkrat, and if the Zarya and the Reinhardt are really close to that Junkrat, you can power them up both just by pointing at the Junkrat. I believe that this is not just the ult that Mercy needs, but also the ult that Mercy deserves. Please, Blizzard, make this happen to her ult to make it perfect. But anyways, yeah, those are the changes I would make to Mercy and to her abilities, but tell me what you guys think. Do you agree or do you not agree with this? Do you think more Mercy changes are a bit too much? Do you think Mercy needs changing but in another way? Do you think she's perfect right now? Every opinion is viable, I just want to start discussion with you guys. And while you're at it, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Besides boosting my personal ego a lot, it really helps my channel grow. But anyways, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, see you next time.